Gear up and prepare for battle. HSC is starting in a few weeks and you are feeling the heat. In life, there are always challenges and battles that we must face. This is just one of them. I am Astrid, the Maths Mentor, and I'm here to help you conquer HSC Maths. There are a few steps that you can take to win over this battle. Step 1. Analyze your strengths and weaknesses. Which are your strongest and weakest subjects? List them from the strongest to the weakest. I will use a fictional character, Christina, as an example. Her strongest to weakest subjects are as follows: English, biology, business studies, drama, and then finally maths. Now that she's got her list, she can now start to create an effective study schedule. Step 2. The battle plan. Your battle plan or schedule is going to be your saving grace. It is going to keep you sane and stress-free, or at least stress less in the coming weeks. When scheduling your studies, give a little bit more time to your weaker subjects. A lot of students tend to spend a lot of time studying their favorite subjects while disregarding their weaker ones, and then try to cram everything in the last minute. Of course, you still have to put in some focused hours for your stronger subjects, but put in an extra 1 to 2 focused hours per week for your weaker ones as well. In the case of Christina, she decides to dedicate 2 hours per day on weekdays and 4 hours per day on weekends. She decides to only spend up to 1 hour for each subject when she studies. And when she does study, she will study her weaker subject first, followed by her stronger subject second. For example, since maths is her weakest subject, she will study maths 4 times a week, followed by her stronger subjects, English or biology. Business studies is her second weakest subject. She is dedicating 3 times a week, coupled by her stronger subjects such as drama and sometimes English and bio. This way, her weaker subjects will get more time while she is in her best state of mind. Comment below with what you will be prioritizing for the HSC. There are 2 main reasons why HSC students stress. The first is when your mind is racing with all the things that you should be doing but don't know when or how to do them. This is taken care of by the battle plan. The second is being overwhelmed by the amount of studying you have to do, and it feels like you're going to be studying non-stop until the HSC. But if you adhere to the battle plan, you know that there is an end, there's a finish time for your studying, and that in itself will alleviate a lot of the stress. Step 3. Power burst. Now that you have your schedule, it's time to put it to practice. Having a schedule will reduce half the amount of stress. The other half will be reduced by actual studying. That's right, you heard it, actual studying. Do as many questions as you can within the 1 hour time frame, then stop when time's up. You don't want to be studying forever, do you? So stop when time's up. This will ensure the 1 hour is used most productively. I call this time the power burst. As for Christina, she looks at her schedule for Monday and is excited knowing that she only needs to study for 2 hours. She sits down at her desk, getting ready to study her first subject, maths. Even though it's her weakest subject, she is relieved knowing that there is an end to the study time. She puts 60 minutes on her timer, kill all distractions, press start, and does her power burst. Step 4. Know your enemy. It would be foolish to go into battle without knowing your enemy first. If you're not doing anything else in this video, this is a must for you. You must do a crap ton of past papers. I've included a link below for you to download past HSC papers. Christina knows she has to get accustomed to HSC style questions, so she went to the website below and downloaded as many past papers as she can. She strives to complete a past paper every day. Step 5. Mastering your skills. Knowing the enemy is one thing, but now you have to figure out how to conquer them. After a couple of weeks of doing past papers, you would by now figure out how they want the questions answered, as well as your own weaknesses. For the last 2 to 3 weeks, you need to focus on mastering your skills. You need to try answering questions correctly on the first try. Or if you have identified some weaknesses, try to decrease the frequency of those mistakes. As for Christina, she knows she always runs out of time for maths, so she decides to watch Astrid's video on how to not run out of time. And she starts timing herself when she does past papers, trying to finish them within the allotted time frame. She also forgets to write the units sometimes, so from now on, she will check for every single question she does whether units are needed. Step 6. Healthy diet and sleep. Many students do not realize the importance of this step. Imagine if Christina manages her diet and sleep poorly and go into the HSC like a zombie. She wouldn't be able to think straight and will be spacing out every 5 minutes. Do you think she will do well in her HSC like that? I certainly don't think she would be at her best. And what a waste that would be, to just throw away all of the hard work and studying that she's put in, just because she didn't get enough sleep. Step 7. Slay the HSC. I'm sure you've heard that the HSC is not the be-all and end-all, and that is true. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't try your best. Because if you take that kind of attitude to life, you will never be able to show your true potential. If you think about it, not many challenges in life would be an end-of-the-world situation. So having an attitude of not trying when it doesn't really matter will translate to a very mediocre life. My point is, you should try your best no matter how dire the situation looks. Be strong, don't give up, and slay the HSC. Do you need someone to help you pass HSC Maths? Go to my website below and see if I can help you.